everybody, this is Teri at Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts Facebook group. Why is it important of all those three groups that I mention them? Well, I mention them every time anyway, but right now we're having the Teeny Weeny Halloweeny event, and this is our big Halloween book. We've already done the Teeny Weeny the last couple of weeks, and the event is still going on, though. It's going on the whole month of October, and all you have to do is go to one or all of those groups, post Halloween pictures of something you've made with a Halloween theme, and you get an entry into a drawing. And the drawing is going to be on October 31st. A couple of the prizes involve being mailed in the mail, so they're only open to U.S. residents. However, there are alternate prizes for those, so digital, so that everybody can get a prize whether they're in the U.S. or not. Okay, they just won't get one in the mail. So that's it for that. This is video 5 in the Raven Master series, and I didn't realize that, but in video 4 we actually finished signature 2. I didn't even realize it. So we've got signature 1 done, except for the decorating, and everybody's going to decorate different anyway. So I need to decorate this, and I think there's a couple of cards I need to make. This is signature 2, and when we did this page back here with the file folders, we actually finished the signature. I still, I have to make a card for there. I got a different clip because I had a black one, and I also changed up the belly band to a piece of paper. That acetate that I got was way too thin, and I'm going to have to send it back and get another one and tell them I used one page out, and that was how I knew it was too thin. Yeah, so we're done with that. I've done the first and last pages of signature 3 like I did on signature 2, so that means we only have 6 pages to do instead of 8. I have all the pages planned out, so we're just going to march right on through and see how many we can get done in each video, okay? Here's page 18. It's going to be nice and easy. I'm not going to use the gussets because I never can fill the pockets up enough. Let me see how many tags we have left. This is the ephemera that I have to cut out. This is the ephemera that cut out, so that's probably what I'll use in the journals. And I have these fussy cuts as well. I'll definitely use the circles. So I have this many cards. I have 3 little ones and 5 big ones. I like these 2, and I think I'm going to use them for our flip up and flip down because they match, and I'm going to put a card behind each flip. In fact, that was in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink them. I'm going to do that because, when I come back through and do a double check and put the ephemera and the words and stuff in, I'm never going to remember that. So I'm going to do it real quick, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. But yeah, I just sat down and just went through the pages and laid out 6 pages. And I have enough paper left. I could make a 4th signature. So I'm debating on whether doing that or not. I'd have to do it and then film the cover, how to put the cover video on. The how to make the cover video. Because we would need to make that extra hole for the signature. We're not going to end up using this with the writing paper in it. I don't really have anywhere to put it since we have 3 signatures. That's going to fill up the cover instead of having just 2 and having the hole in the middle, which is usually where I put a journal that's just paper. But since there's not a lot of just paper in here, except for there's lots of writing spaces if you want to write on the journal. Some people like to write on their journals and others don't. I'm a don't. So we're going to take this and flip it up, and we're going to lay the card in here. I'm going to lay it this way. I do the same thing with my cards. They have to face a certain way. So we'll put that one in there, and the magnet will hold it on. And we'll flip this one down, and we'll put the card in here and flip it up, and they'll sit in there. I like the size for there, and I like the images for here. I could bring this up farther, but all you're going to see are candles, and I don't want to cover the bird. I guess I could put this one in like this as well, so you can see him. So let's put them in like this. This one, it's all the way. This one, it's not. Okay, so now we're done with that. Okay, so I'm going to take, I've already inked the tops of them, and I'm not really sure why I waited to do these, because we're just going to put it together anyway, and I'll show you how. Obviously, I'm going to show you how. Otherwise, what's the point of making the video, right? Duh. Duh on me. Okay. So once again, we're just making them into, well, ephemera basically. And you can see we have our bookshelf house going up the side. And I think we only have one feature that needs a magnet. Oh, 2. We're going to put the big one at the bottom and the little one at the top. We're going to put this one here. And then we're going to put this one over here. And then we'll have room to put cards in both. And it's okay if the card in this one overlaps this pocket. Such is life. And this one has the graveyard, which I like. We only have to ink 3 sides where I cut the edges off. Re-ink that. I think I inked it very well. Getting hungry. It's almost my lunch time. It's 9:45 in the morning, which I know sounds funny, but I eat breakfast at 4 or so. Let's get this out of the way. We have some smaller tags and cards in here. We might be able to just grab one and stick it in here and be done with this page. We'll have to see. You can just stick one in there. Okay, I'm going to put this in the corner. Line it up with the corner. You know, I could just make this a pocket and put this on as decoration. No, because of the bookshelf. I think I'm going to make this a pocket too. Okay, I'm going to put this one farther over, but I'm not going to line it up. I'm going to put it right about here. I'm going to center it above this one. So now we have the two pockets. Let me see the cards that I have. I actually have these little tags. I have these little ones. I could put 4 or 5 of them in there. And I have these tags. I think these 2 brown ones will fit in here. Sure they will. And we'll put some of the little ones in there. Okay. Look how little these are. This is where I printed the page 2 4x6s. These we have also as great big giant pencil cards, which are these here with the blue and the brown. This is regular sized. If I'd have thought about it, I would have used one as a tuck because I really like the images on them. I may make a 4th signature. I have some ideas, and I have lots of papers left. I hate to waste them. I think these were on the same page. Yeah, so they're going to have the same on the back. Like I said, I may go back and stencil a little bit. I have this stencil that I found that I like and I think would go well with the theme. Kind of fancy wallpaper it reminds me of. Or maybe the pattern in a silk scarf that our gentleman Raven Master would wear. Got a little carried away there. I'll put that one there. We'll have a nice full page. We're going to have a page with pockets on it too for cards. So may have to come back and raid one of these. We'll see. I like them here. I'm definitely going to use those 2. And the 2 with the ones with the ravens. I think 4 is enough to fit in there. I think these look like pencils. Wow, my lights just flickered. Did you guys see that? I hope we're not having trouble. The other day, they said that our Wi-Fi was out and they would let us know when it came back on. Fortunately, they sent it by text message. Otherwise, well, I guess you can use your phone to get email as well. Oh, look, these are white on the back. Everything else is printed on the back. You know me. I won't use these unless I glue them to the paper. Okay, I'll find something else to put in that pocket. Let's see what we have. big. I really like this one. I want to make sure to use that on that page of with all the pockets. No, that's too big. All right, well, I'm just going to have to find something. If I made this into a card, no, it won't fit in there. All right, I'll find something to go in there. If I have to make one, then I'll make one. You know what I could do? I could just ink the back of those black. Why would do that? There we go. And then you're going to want to wipe this off because black soot gets on everything. I usually end up with it on my fingers or under my nails, which I'm not really sure how that happens. Okay, and then I'll just paper clip these other two up here and I'll do them. Oh, I can't do that. I'll paper clip them right here. So I gotta glue it on the book. So I'll paper clip them right there. Right now we'll just do this for now, and then when I ink those I'll rearrange them. And I've inked the page ahead of time. Pretty sure I did all of them. But you can tell because the edge is black and it's not white. And that's the main reason with these, even with the pattern, to ink them is to get rid of the white on the side. If I have a RIP, I'll put it right here. I'd like to put black around each of the words, and I might do that. We'll see. That there's a lot of cutting. Okay, page 19. Everything's rolling around. Okay, now we're going to do something a little different on here. I've got everything inked. ready to go. What I want to do is put one up here and one down here and do them as a belly band, sort of. You know what I mean? And slide a card in this way. Okay, so we're not going to glue the whole thing. So let's do that. Let's just we'll try for the bottom third. Centered, but is that the way I want the bird? Yeah. And then we'll do the third on the top of this one. And then I'll make a card. And we'll just slide it in under there. Like it was a belly band, kind of. I've made long skinny ones down the sides, and you slide the card in from the top. Those are fun. Okay. Now, let's line up. I think he's bigger. Yeah, he is. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. I had to put you on pause. Those were the people about my hard drive, and they want $1,000 to fix it, and that's almost more than I make a month. Almost. Very close. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start downloading Etsy, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do about the other files that are on there. Uh-oh, look. He's up too far. I'm going to try to put him right back where he was. And farther down. So the curves from the glue are in the same spot. That way it's not all shiny. I'm sorry. I'm about to cry. They were able to see the data. It's like a tease, right? But it's a mechanical problem with the drive. So they have to swap the heads, the discs. I don't know if you know what a hard drive looks like on the inside, but it looks like a record player. Kind of. The discs are in there. They look like CDs. And there's an arm that reads the data. So they can see the data. They can't access the data because the little arm is not working properly. So they have to put it in a whole new case and put it back together. And then charged me between $1,000 and $2,000. I told him I'm not a business. Doesn't look like I inked this page. I thought I inked them all. That's why I didn't check. I noticed the white edge on the top when I went to put the page down. There should be enough glue left on here to glue it down. Just glue it down right side up. Okay, I'm not super happy about how they stick straight up, but the book will flatten them out. Okay, so we've got 20 and 21, which is the center of our signature. So we're going to have envelopes opening out, and I've got, we'll probably get at least one of the two done if I can concentrate. It's really hard for me to concentrate right now. I should probably cut the video in 2 parts, but I'm already here, so let's do it to it, huh? Let's go ahead and put our magnet on so we don't forget, even though I wrote it in big letters. They're playing Fat Bottom Girls by Queen on the radio. I like that song. Okay, now this is our paper. And it's been inked. With this dark on the edge, it's kind of hard to tell just by looking at it. You have to look at the side and see if the side is white or not. Yeah, see, I got black ink on my nails. Okay, so on the front of this, we've got this piece. On the front, I want to put the bird skull. So when I cut this, because I want to use this other side for the back, and I can do that because the back is a lot narrower. I'm sorry. I'll move the phone now that they have called. So let's cut it here, and then we'll cut it up here. We'll get the moons in. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one first, and then we'll cut across here. Hopefully we'll cut low enough on him that we don't realize what he is. Everything fell on the floor. Nice. Well, we got most of his head. Then we're going to put this right here. Okay. Let's ink this. And I didn't cut a window in this because this particular envelope has a really big opening here. And it looks better if you, if you just cut these little tabs off and make it into a big pocket. And then we'll probably cut part of this off. We don't need that big of a flap. And I'm not going to line them up, you know, like in the middle, one going this way and one going this way, because it'll make it really thick in the middle. So I'm going to try to go down. Well, it's not going to matter. They're going to overlap enough. It's going to be fat. So let me make sure I did this whole thing before I started yapping. Okay. I should be able to put that big piece that I want to use inside this envelope. I'm listening to the Classic Rock Top 1000 on Sirius XM. It's station 553. And I just love it. It plays all classic rock, not heavy metal, not light rock, just classic rock. It's great. And it's the top 1000, so it's no specific date except for when rock and roll started. I like that we got the moons. And I'll put ribbon on here. I almost cut it for the pocket. Duh. Okay. Then we'll put this on. Looks like I inked that already. Yeah, I did. I wonder about putting that on as a little tuck. No. No room. I was going to put it up higher, but I like the moons, so I'm going to try to straighten it out a little bit and put it closer to the center. This isn't the exact center because then we would cover up our bones. Okay, I like that. And on the back, we're going to cut these little tabs off. Yes, I use my big scissors for everything. I just cut a chunk out of that. Figures. My hands are not working well today. No, I can't stop thinking about that hard drive. See, this is the way I should have done it on the other side. I'm almost tempted to pull this off and use another envelope. I'm going to. Just like that. You see, I cut it all up. But I'm going to save it because I could use half of this envelope. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to save it and let the glue dry. And that's how you do that. Alright. It's a good thing I bought 50 of them. Alright, we want it this way. I never checked it either. For it being right side up for the side that's going to flip out on. Flip out. I'm about ready to flip out. I'm sorry. Keep talking about it. Did you guys see me doing that? This is a class on how to fix mistakes. Seriously. Okay, and it goes on this way. Let's cover the back. Once again, what is that like? And oh. I thought it was part of the envelope that was sticking out. Magnet. The word magnet is still on the tape. It picked up the chalk. Magnet. That way we know what it is in case we're curious. Alright, you want the feather on this one. Oh, we want to cut these off first. That's what it's supposed to look like. Then we only have to cover this. Usually I do cover this. We could use this. So let's do that. So let's turn it this way. The reason I cut those off is so I don't have to paper up around there. We're going to get a moon on the back too. Very cool. Yeah, that's right side up. So on here, we're going to cut this way first, and then we'll have this key that we can put in here. Okay. I think I still might offset them. The flaps that we're making out of the envelopes. A friend of mine said something about that my work was all so perfect and neat and everything, and I'm like, you should have seen the first stuff that I did. And also, they're just little tricks, you know, like only holding this down and then straightening it with your hand before you glue the rest of it down. I glue stuff so crooked all the time, just would not believe. Okay, we're gonna add that key in there. We're gonna have to cut this right here, and we'll see about the width. I want to be able to stick it in there. I think I might have to trim it one more time. Nope. Okay, so we want the key to be visible. Is that going to be possible? We should have most of it anyway. Oh yeah. Yeah, when we come back in the next video, we'll glue this one on real quick to the paper. Glue the paper into the book. We do have a couple minutes left. But I'm a little upset, and I think I want to end the video, even though we have 10 minutes left. I only had to glue 3 sides, but I glued the wrong long side. Well, this doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything. But yay, look, and it looks like that goes right across there. I like it. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop for today. We're going to glue it on the page. What the heck? Went through all that. We might as well glue it on. Seems kind of silly not to do it. Quit being such a big baby. I purchased and downloaded thousands of pages of coloring book pages for kids so I can make some more coloring books. I have 2 that are in the process of being published on Amazon. They go through and check to make sure the pictures are right on the page and all that good stuff. Okay, so that's that. Let me put the magnet on the back so I don't forget. And then when we come back, we'll do the other side and then see how much we can get done. Don't forget to hit the hype button. It looks like a shooting star if it's there. It may not be there. The video may be more than 7 days old by the time you see it. Probably not. And like and subscribe, and please leave comments. I love to read the comments. I tell you what I'll do. If you comment Teeny Weeny Halloweeny below this video, hashtag Teeny Weeny Halloweeny, and it's wise, you'll see it in the title. No, you won't. Oh, the hashtag will be in the title. Teeny, Weeny, not IE. Halloween, E. With a Y, Halloweeny. I'll add you to the drawing. You can go back to the first 3-4 videos and do the same. And I'll check on the 30th. I'll go through. And if you comment on all of the videos, I'll give you 2 entries. How about that? I'm in a mood. Okay, that's it for this one, and I will see you in the next one. And yeah, and we'll get more than 3 pages done, maybe not, I don't know. I think 3 a video is pretty good. So I will see you in video number 6. All right? Okay. Bye-bye.